Okay, so here we are yet again, another week of the Pokemon4Glory. How's it going, guys? Jerry here, the coach of your Los Angeles Landorus, and today we are going up against Ryan, better known as TheXseption, the coach of the Tampa Bay Luxrays, and unlike many of the other people that are part of this league, I actually have battled Ryan before, so I am a little familiar with his playstyle, and I know that he's a very good battler in his own right, so I was really looking forward to this battle. And for the record, this is going to be post-commentated, so I apologize if you hear any clicks or clacks from my keyboard or my mouse. Just know that this is post-com. I do apologize, but I am a little pressed for time, so please forgive me in that regard. So I hope you guys enjoy this battle, as it is going to be post-commentated. So I'll see you guys in the battle or something. I don't know, this is awkward. Bye! Alright, so Ryan decides to lead off with his Dragalge, as I decide to lead off with my Gastrodon. Now, I did run some calcs during this match, and I saw that a Draco from a Choice Specs Modest Dragalge actually knocked out Gastrodon. Now, he either wasn't Modest, or he either wasn't Choice Specs, because somehow, Gastro takes that Draco, as we retaliate with an Earth Power. Now, I knew it wasn't going to do the job, just because Dragalge has lots and lots of special defense. So, we lived that Draco somehow, which led me to believe that he either wasn't Specs, or he either wasn't Modest. But something tells me he actually was Specs, probably not fully invested. I could have switched that into a Azumarill to take no damage from a Draco. That was my bad. I let Gastro go down, and that actually came to bite me back in the ass, as you guys are going to see in a short while here. But Gastro goes down, I switch out into Crook here, just because I know Crook can make easy work of this Dragalge, as he switches out, and I could have gone for the knockoff here, because the Scar and Plague was very obvious, but I instead go for the Earthquake, just because I wanted that Dragalge out of my life. So at this point in time, we just exchange rocks. He goes for his, I go for my rocks. It's pretty much a standby phase here. So now is the time where I decide, you know what, I'm going to go for the knockoff here. I don't want this thing recovering health, or I don't want this thing carrying the Rocky Helmet. I go for the knockoff, which does a significant amount of damage, and we get rid of the Rocky Helmet, which is nice, because this thing with Rocky Helmet is very annoying, as he opts to go for the defog to get rid of the hazards. Now at this point in time, I don't really care if he wants to get rid of hazards, because at the same time, he's not going to have any hazards on my field. I'm not going to have any hazards on his field. Again, another standby phase. I switch out into Heatran here, and I decide to go for the Flash Cannon, just for the sheer fact that he could have switched out into Florges if he wanted to. But he instead surprises me and goes out into Regice. I have no idea why. Now this confused me quite a bit. I know that Regice has lots of special defense, but it surprisingly took that Flash Cannon very well. I'm not sure if he was offensive with bulk, but I did run some calcs, and I know that Flash Cannon should have at least been a 3-hit knockout. It ends up being a 4-hit knockout for whatever reason. Now I have no idea how or why this Regice just kept taking those Flash Cannons very well, but it did, as he goes for the Focus Blast. Now unfortunately, that does a lot of damage. Even though Heatran has lots of SpDef too, that Focus Blast is a lot, and he doesn't miss any of the 2 Focus Blasts he goes for. So again, Heatran goes down. I'm just stacking off my Pokemon at this point in time. I'm stacking off the Pokemon I need, and that really comes back to bite me in the butt later on. So we get onto Two Tails here, and we go for a Psychic just to get rid of this Regice, because, you know, Regice is very annoying. Luckily enough, he doesn't have any way to regain HP. So down goes the Regice. We are now sitting pretty at a 2-1 deficit. Not really 2-1 deficit, but 2 of my Pokemon are down, 1 of his is down. As he goes out into Sableye, I can't really touch Sableye with his Elf, so I switch out into Nimbus, the Altari here, our Mega of course. And I had no idea what kind of Sableye this was. I knew he had the potential to run like Willow, Taunt, Recover, and whatnot, but he has Snarl, to my surprise, which is something you normally never see on Sableye. So we just go ahead and go for the Mega Evo. Now, here's where I misplayed a little bit, because I should have gone for the Return instead of going for the DD, because again, he could have gone for the Taunt. So I don't know why I did that, because I'm pretty sure a Return could have knocked this thing out. As he goes for the Willow, he burns Altaria, which isn't a big deal, because I run Heal Bell on most of my Altaria, and even burned Altaria does that much to a Sableye with a Return. So I'm pretty sure that if I went for Return turn 1, that Sableye wouldn't be alive. But alas. So he switches out, and he goes back out into his Snuggles, the Skarmory of course. Now I cannot touch this thing, so I go for Return. Look how much that does. That does nothing. That does a pixel of health. So at this point, I'm just like, you know what, Altari, you gotta come back. And I switch out into, I believe, a Zelf. Yes, okay. So he goes for the Iron Head, and it surprisingly does quite a bit. Then again, Azelf is pretty frail, as he withdraws Skarmory and goes out into his Florges. Now I go for the Psychic here, I think. No, I go for the T-Bolt. And surprisingly enough, we managed to land a crit, the first hacks that are working for us as opposed to against us. So we switch out Azelf because again, Azelf can't really touch Florges as we go out into our Azumarill here. As he goes for the Moonblast, and luckily enough, Azu is pretty bulky. But surprisingly enough, he has the Energy Ball. He came prepared for Azumarill, and we take that pretty well, honestly. As we retaliate with a Waterfall, and down goes Florges, thankfully enough. So Florges goes down, and I believe here's where he sends out his Blaziken. Now his Blaziken was very surprising as well, because he's Power Herb Solar Beam. Power Herb Solar Beam Blaziken. I've never seen that before. But I kind of like that strat. Not gonna lie, I kind of like that strat. So he goes for the Solar Beam, and he knocks out our Azumarill. Not really sure why he went for Solar Beam. I'm pretty sure any one move could have knocked us out, and he could have kept that Power Herb a secret. But here's where things just go south for us. I don't have Gas Shell to take this Blaziken on, and for some reason he stays in. Knowing I outspeed and can kill him with Psychic, he stays in and goes for the knockoff. That play right there cost me the game. I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil it now. That play right there cost me the game. Unfortunately, I don't know, he's a god at predicting or something. But Ryan, that made me very upset. I hate you for that one. Just kidding, I still love you. So he goes into Skarmory. Obviously, the Earthquake is incredibly obvious as we go for the knockoff here. Now, Skarm is very bulky, so I knew that wasn't going to do anything. As he goes for the Iron Head, he's actually dishing out more to us than we are to him because we have the Life Orb, you know, so we're getting Recoil plus the Iron Head. It's not really helping us out here. It's not really helping us out here. So we go down to the Skarmory, and then at this point, you know, I mean, the game is pretty much over because I have Altaria. What can Altaria do to a Skarmory? A burned Altaria, mind you. Nothing really. Nothing really. So I go for the Heal Bell. You know, if there's a sliver of hope, please show yourself. But alas, there's no sliver of hope. We go for a return. We do snag a crit. I was crossing my fingers for a crit, but it just wasn't enough to do the amount of damage I needed it to. And we go down to an Iron Head from a Skarmory as Ryan picks up a 4-0 victory against the Los Angeles Landorus. Unfortunately for us, we pick up another loss. I think we are now, what is this? This is week 11. So I think we are 6 and... No, we're 6 and 4, I believe. So yeah, we're 6 and 4, which isn't the prettiest record, but I think we might actually still manage to make playoffs. Crossing my fingers we do. But yeah, that was our battle against Ryan, better known as TheXseption, the coach of the Tampa Bay Luxrays. Again, I do apologize for this being post-commentated. I'm just a little pressed for time. If you guys enjoyed this battle, if you guys enjoyed seeing me get destroyed by Ryan, go ahead and drop a like down below. Likes are appreciated. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw, then go ahead and subscribe because subscribing also helps out a ton. But anyways, you guys, that was week 11 of the P4G. I'll see you guys here for week 12. You guys stay pretty, and I'll see you later. Bye!